Welcome to day 5 of my 365 video challenge. Today I'm showing up with my bestie, Champ. Say hi, Champ. You look so unamused. You know where I'm going, right? So, I'm so sleepy. I just spent 6 hours standing and cooking meal prep for the whole week. 4 different meals. Not only that, I was about to meet up with one of my friends when this duck started to fly over my head and chasing me around for the last 15 minutes. It's not helping. I'm so sleepy. I don't even know if I can say anything at all without pausing for like 5 to 6 seconds. Hi, Bee! Oh, Bee's here. What's going on, Bee? What's up, Bee? At Bee's request, I need to walk back and feed her and Mitt at the same time. So I didn't have my microphone with me. So now my ish is just for day 5. Losing motivation after doing extensive healing work. Okay, I was supposed to meet Cleo first because Mint and Bee, I need to hang out with them for like 30 minutes because they think I am one of them. They think I'm also a stray cat, so they want me to spend longer time with them sitting around staring at nothingness. On to the topic of losing motivation after doing extensive healing work. So I'm gonna give you a glimpse of what I used to be like before I started surrendering to my healing journey. I used to be able to multitask. Not enough sleep, multiple projects. I used to run a full service digital marketing agency and I did everything. I did web design, graphic design, SEO, copywriting, social media marketing and management. You know the works. Ads. And then I would take on several clients, work with multiple projects in a day. On top of that, gym, play, content creation for myself. It was a lot. But then when I finally decided that I don't believe that this path is for me long term, I cannot see myself in it. I feel like I'm more expansive than this, and this route is very restrictive for me. So I gave it all up, and for a few years I was literally not doing anything. I even wanted to write a book, but I did get to finish that like in 2022 because like I've always felt that urge to write a book, and then I did get to do it. I think I published 2 in a year, and then a couple more the following year. I haven't published anything lately because I think that I figured out that my desire to write books has already been fulfilled with the first 4 that I did. And if I will be writing anything now, I don't know, I think that my chapter for writing books is over, or maybe on a hiatus. Okay, so I'm going off on tangents now. Basically, that's what happened to me. Like, I was like a machine. Like, sleep is for the weak, sleep is for when you're dead. Very marketing bro, entrepreneur mindset. And then when I decided that I was gonna surrender to the healing, because when I was in that phase, I kept moving forward and I tried so hard to move forward, and I just feel like the walls were closing in. Nothing I'm doing is ever working. So I was like, I don't know. I don't think that I can continue this. So I decided to just surrender. And in surrendering, I was able to examine. Okay, in other words, examine if the persona or the identity, that the personality that I was carrying and performing at that time is something that I can see myself growing into. And the answer was no. So I shed that. And then as soon as I got the answers to all my wounds, to all my relationship patterns, why most of the people that I seem to be connected to only like me when I was doing stuff for them, and they wouldn't reciprocate if I needed them. And I learned that, and then little by little I was able to pivot and work against all my unconscious impulses, my unconscious patterns. Because that's the thing, once you name a pattern, once you name the pain, once you name the situation, once you name the reality for what it really is, it loses its power and grip over you, and you're able to actually see the opponent face to face, and you get to decide, do I want to fight this battle? Do I want to carry this load? If your answer is no, then you have a chance to re-strategize whether you're moving forward while fighting that opponent, or you're just gonna pivot and go another direction that you haven't explored yet, and that just might work. I hate that my bangs are doing a Leonardo DiCaprio right now. Betraying me. But essentially, once I started decoding everything, like my unconscious patterns and stuff, I was able to free up so much space in my head and in my heart and in my soul. And I thought to myself, with this much vacancy, what am I to do now? And then I realized I've already given so much power to the stuff that I didn't know was even controlling me. So maybe this time I need to take control, take my power back by consciously and intentionally filling in those vacant spots with things that I actually want and like about myself, right, B? I started crafting a persona of the woman that I wanted to be, and safe to say that as the years pass by, I think I'm finally naturally embodying those traits. Like I don't have to do this thing in my mind where the old you would do that, so I do this. It's much more organic for me now. Like, it's second nature, which means that everything that I've ever done and learned, I've already fully integrated within myself. And granted that I still have a lot of work to do, majority, I feel, is that I'm finally and fully confidently established in the chosen identity that I want to be in for the time being. Because I know for a fact that in a few years I might want to be a different type of person, but as of right now I am comfortable with who I'm growing into. And even if I am embodying a fairly strong and confident, powerful woman, there's still a lot of work to do in terms of discipline, right? I've already mentioned that. And right now I'm no longer leaning into motivation, because motivation is fleeting. That's why commitment and consistency are things that you can rely on, because what will get you going when you can't find motivation? It's your commitment and your consistency. I don't want to overuse those three things, but it's just feeling like it is what my intuition is calling me to integrate within myself. Before, when I was still super active in the marketing space with the marketing gurus and entrepreneur bros, I would eat up every other message that they have. Like, every marketing tactic to go viral. Like, oh, you gotta be comfortable ruffling so many feathers. You gotta be comfortable saying hot takes, da 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 da. And back then, I would eat that advice up. Like, I would um, shake my brain up and down, turn it inside out, just to think of a topic that's so polarizing to get a response. But now, ever since I started going back and deciding that I want to be a content creator, but not in a way that is getting praises when you look good, or you have a nice outfit, or you have an incredible lifestyle. I just wanted to create content that expressed the contents of my brain and what's in my heart and my soul. Like, I lost the desire to post any hot takes, unpopular opinion, whatever polarizing opinions that people post right now to rage bait. I feel like it's just a lazy way to start a discussion. Like, there's so many other ways, but a lot of people still engage in that and subscribe to that. Although I'm not completely exempt, because I do occasionally dabble in those marketing strategies. Like, for example, when I make my content, I use a pain point as a topic, not to rage bait or not to gain attention, but to express that I have been through this mess. I see you, I understand you, I understand what you're going through. And then if it catches the attention of my target audience, then they're in for a treat, because once they get past the initial post, they will see that not only do I express relatability, but I also show them that it's possible to get through it. It's a temporary phase. You're gonna come out of this even stronger and better and happier. And then I also give them clarity, healing shifts in perspective as to why you're being treated that way, and how do you go about healing from that. And also, like, holding oneself accountable when the issue is us, or when you're not the one who started the conflict. You start to understand, why do people do that to you, and you get to decide if you want to participate in that. So that is the difference between my old self and my past self. The one that was motivated by anger, hurt, operated by wounds, versus me today, operating in wholeness, clarity, love, and confidence. And I think that's it for today. I will see you on day 6.